Welcome to the Dirty South Grudge Stars of Tomorrow.
The Dirty South Grudge Stars of Tomorrow.
The Sports Edition.
The Dirty South Grudge Stars of Tomorrow. The Sports Edition.
We got the Phenoms, where you can be a kid today and a star tomorrow. The Dirty South Grudge Stars of Tomorrow happens now.
25 breaks a couple of tackles. And look at him go! He could go all the way! Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Racing to 45 and 40, breaking it back on the 30, to the 20, to the 10. He's gone! Touchdown!
What's up, sports fan? This the Dirty South Grudge Sports Edition recap. Now, I traveled to 4 different games. They always in Columbus, Georgia. One on Thursday, the other on Friday. Well, it was 2 weeks ago I traveled to Memorial Stadium, which is Columbus is home for me. Columbus, Georgia, which Carver Tigers will be, the defending state champion runners up, and everybody want to see where they at now. Carver be facing Hardaway. You know what I'm saying? Carver was a heavily favored coming into this game. The game got a little, to start the game, beginning of the year, it was a little slow for Carver at first. Then the floodgates opened up. Floodgates open up. Carver defense, like a guy said, they got the top defense in 3A from what the quarterback told me. I haven't watched any other schools play, so I'm gonna believe him. I ain't seen nothing else out there. But here we go right here. This was a big play right here for Carver. Offense was struggling, and this quarterback, that's something you don't do. That's just something you don't do. He threw a big interception right there. And the quarterback ended up throwing 5 interceptions that game. I guess he wasn't never comfortable. And they never let the quarterback get comfortable. But he bounced back from that, that big interception in the end zone, and ended up throwing a big touchdown, which Hardaway he up 10-7 at halftime. Yeah. A lot of people, my phone was ringing when that happened, hey man, this could be the upset. This could be it. But in the second half, things got out of control. Carver ended up winning this game 41-10. 41-10. And right there, it'll leave you, speechless. Is they for real? They had a big game coming up the next week. And I tried to interview the guys. Hey, what y'all gonna do here? They were like, we're gonna have we just gonna go out and handle our bid. And they wasn't big on trash talking or nothing. We're gonna stay focused. Ain't nobody gonna get in our head. And we're gonna handle our bid. And the following week, they had a big game coming up against Spencer, the Heritage Bowl. That game lived up to the hype. The very next day, August the 19th, which was a Friday, we had Pacelli and Glenwood. Man, they were the battle of the 2 private schools. One from, the Phoenix City area, and the other from Columbus over here. Now, this game here really was, the game of the week. Yeah, it got started. Pacelli's second drive. Pacelli took it on in for a score. With Pacelli be up 7-0, but Glenwood would answer. They were going back and forth for a little while. And then Pacelli ended up pulling away. To make it a 28-13 ball game. Glenwood tried all they could to stay in the game, I guess the fatigue, Pacelli ended up winning this ball game 28-13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13 following week, the next Thursday, what I'm saying, August the 25th, Cadet Stadium, Shaw and Kindred battled it out. Well, I can say for at least the first quarter, they battled it out. I mean, when the game first tipped off, I said this is gonna be a pretty tight game because Kindred defense was really, they was really bringing some power. They were really bringing some, they were bringing that thing. Facing, Shaw got a reputation. Shaw coming in this game 1-0. Kindred, what I'm saying, 0-1. From my understanding, Kindred didn't win a game last year, so still, they got a decent team, and they still looking at searching for that, that victory. But Kindred looked decent to start the game. They were moving the ball down the field, but they always say defense will wins ball games. And in the end of the first quarter, it was 0-0. Then the second quarter, Kindred was in trouble, man. They was in trouble, man. Shaw, running back number 3, to the house. It ended up being a long day for Kindred. Quarterback was under duress the whole game. Right here, you see the quarterback throw the big interception, and man took advantage of that. That just show you got athletes all over the field. That's like a 90-yard return for Shaw. Man, this Shaw defense highlights all over this thing. I mean, play after play. Kendrick could not, they couldn't establish no kind of momentum this whole ball game. And right here, this will really set the tone for me. This will help me separate the running backs out of, the city. This little run right here, number 3, man, this guy here. Hey, man, that's why this video here is in my intro right here. That's a pretty impressive, run. I got him down as one of my best running backs in the city. But here you go, Kendrick refused. When I say refused, Kendrick refused to be shut out. A big catch in the end zone, which, led to a Kendrick touchdown. And Kendrick ended up getting a 2-point conversion, with the final score ended up being 48-8. Shaw. One thing I was, happy to, to sit back and interview these all-stars, man. These guys play so great, man. They ain't camera shy, and that's what I'm gonna do week in and week out. I'm gonna go look for that player of the game and just holler at them. Say getting them ready for the next stage. You know what I mean? Interviews, college level, there's gonna be a lot of interviews at the college level, the collegiate level. The very next day, the Heritage Bowl, August 26th. Oh yeah, this lived up to the hype now. Coming in this ball game, I talked to a lot of people on the Spencer side. They said, this the year, man, this the year, man. Carver, and then they was more like, Carver was a little quieter than they normally would be coming into this ball game due to the fact Spencer just won the state championship in basketball. You know what I'm saying? And the whole basketball team is on the football team. You got Tyson McDaniel, the superstar center that they won the state with. You got Tony Montgomery, superstar freshman, back, he won as a freshman. All these guys on the football team. And they had told me, they was, Carver gonna feel him. You know what I'm saying? It still to me was a decent, especially the first half was a great first half. A great first half. And I still think Spencer's gonna make a state run. They're gonna make a state run with this team. They may got behind, a little 8 ball, but they're gonna make a state run with this team. Both these are 2 playoff teams. Another thing, this was living up to the hype. As soon as I'm talking about soon as the opening kickoff would, man, the bottom of the sky fell out. Man, it rained so hard, man. I said, man, this finna be a nasty, just like the old back in the day Pittsburgh Steelers versus, no, they're not Pittsburgh, the Green Bay Packers versus the Minnesota Vikings, that kind of game, whew. Yeah, man. It was a tough ball game. Neither. I'm talking about nobody could do nothing. First half was, they ended up going in the locker rooms 0-0, man. They took it, scoreless. Neither, both teams on defense is on fire. First half. Ended up taking a 0-0 lead in the halftime. That was it. Man, everything was doing great. Second half, like I said, Carver started off slow. But second drive of the second half, look at here. Now this had to been one of the he on my radar, one of the best running backs in the city, for real. Watching, the speed of this guy, man. I was looking for him to interview him. I mean, things changed real quick. Yeah, you talking about halftime adjustments, man. Carver had all this thing together, man. And I'm talking about back-to-back touchdown. Carver did not punt the ball none the second half, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it was touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. Yeah, things got real ugly real quick. I don't know what happened in the second half, in that locker room. But man, and after looking at Carver, comparing them to the week before, and I know Spencer is a playoff team too, and Carver just did what they did. Yeah, they about to make a run at it. They about to make another run at it. Final score ended up being Carver 40, Spencer 0. That was a pretty impressive win for Carver. And not least to say, Carver got it's a lot of D1 players on that team too. Man. So what did I take out of these 4 games? What did I take out of these 4 games? My 2 best quarterbacks I take out of these 4 games, and take my ride with the quarterback. These quarterbacks are the quarterback that got all the fundamentals. My number 1 quarterback I would take out of these 4 games that I filmed got to be Glenwood quarterback. I mean, they made him win the ball game, but I watched his quarterback performance, throwing strikes. I mean, he was very accurate with the ball, and he can run. And he make nice decisions with the ball. And my number 2 quarterback that would back him up would be Spencer quarterback. Reason why I say Spencer quarterback, I watched his fundamental too. He can throw the ball. He throw the ball. My prediction of a quarterback, you got to be able to throw. And this kid, to me, so far as I've been watching, really had the best arm in the city. Arm-wise, accurate passes in the city of Columbus. Had to go to Spencer quarterback. That'll be my number 2 quarterback. Now, my number 1 running back that I would go to battle with, and I would take him, put him on he's on my Dirty South Grudge all-star team, had to be number 3 for Carver. Before that, he wasn't even on my radar. But after watching his performance and once he in open field, man, this guy is the truth. He is the truth. And my second running back that would probably back him up for what they done so far. This is based on what have you done for me lately. Had to be Shaw, running back number 3. And that about sums it up for my recap. For the first 4 ball games this season, the first 2 weeks of the season of high school football, not only do I cover high school football, I cover in the state of Alabama. I would go anywhere. I would travel anywhere. And if you have a school, a big time game that I don't know about, feel free to message in the comment below, and I'll try to get there. I'm looking for the best games, best matchups of the seasons, week after week. This your boy, Dirty South, signing off. Until next time.